Hello, hello. I'm Farmer Bigsy, and welcome back to episode 6 of my challenge series on Mars the Mission. If you're enjoying this content, give the video a like, consider subscribing, and if there's anything you'd like to see in this series, jot something down in the comment section down below. Even if it's a quick hi, I do my best to check the comment section, and I will respond. Last month we finished liming the last of our fields. We created a simple auto drive course for Marty. And then we did a little bit of yard cleanup by moving the excess seed and fertilizer we had to their respective storage bins closer to our warehouse. In this episode, let me turn this tractor off. In this episode, although I did say you'd probably see me again in March, you might have noticed that it is February, and we have something quick to do before we move on to March. I need to buy more seeds. The forever going non-stop flow of cash out of my bank balance is going to drive me crazy. We're going to buy 8 more 1,000 liters of seed. And that's in preparation for this upcoming month of March. Now, what do we have to do this month? We need to seed. We need to seed, we need to seed, we need to seed. But first I needed to get that done. I don't even know why I left my house, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm going straight back to bed. If I can get up the staircase. Come on. Get up the staircase. There we go. Jump in bed. Let's start at 8 a.m. seems fine. Yeah, so we are now in the month of March. Hopefully that snow I see doesn't... Ooh. Snow and rain. Uh-oh. I was not prepared for rain. Okay, it's not raining anymore. My wipers are still going, but it is not raining anymore. Is it raining? I guess it is raining, yeah. Hopefully that rain stops, because if you guys know, if you guys have seen the previous episodes, rain on this map, and I don't know if rain on this map is different or if it even can be any different than rain on other maps I've played before. But rain is quite halting. It halts all operations on the fields because at least when I was plowing or stone picking, it made things really, really difficult. So yeah, so we're gonna try to do some seeding. Let me take a quick look at the weather forecast. Yeah, it shouldn't rain the rest of the day, and it shouldn't even be raining now. I'm hoping that shortly after the 8 o'clock hour, hopefully 8:05, maybe 8:10, this rain dies down, things dry up, and I am able to just get straight to it. Quick money check as we make our way down this slope. And realistically, I did some thinking. Although I drive up here every day, it's not really worth me changing or making it more smooth. It's a decent drive. It's a little bumpy. How often do you get a nice little wake-up call? Okay, so perfect. Our seed has been delivered, and that should be DEF. That should be DEF that I ordered in the month of January. Perfect. So before I drive off too far, and to give this rain a bit more time to stop falling, let's go ahead. Why can I not? Can I not refuse? Oh, I gotta get out of my truck, most likely. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that doesn't take a long time to fill up. Perfect. Def tank isn't too big. let's actually get back out and see how big is our def tank. So we ordered 2,000. We did have some left over, and it took just over 80 liters. So I'm hoping that that def tank lasts us the rest of our 20-year stint here on Mars. I'll swing around this way because I can see Marty is still sitting there, and I might actually move him back. Although he is exactly where I need him to be next, I don't need him there until harvest season, until either July, maybe August. So he and this bin are going to sit out here for the next 4 or 5 months. So I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way, and he might... Oh no, I won't be doing anything in this area, so we'll see. I might leave him there. I might put him away. But either way, we're going to get straight down to seeding. Oh, before we start seeding, let me do one quick thing. Let's take a quick look at how my productions are going. Water is good. Water is good. Water is good. Okay. Perfect. Something I didn't show you guys off camera was that although my test was ruined by one of these already selling automatically, I did come across this. So this is my time-saving stock check mod. And if you see lettuce, tomatoes, and strawberries, they're all valued the same, even though they have different amounts of stock in all three of those greenhouses. So I do think it's fair to say that regardless of how much of each you produce, they are all valued the same. I guess not, I don't want to say valued the same, but it all balances out. So whether you want to make lettuce, tomatoes, or strawberries, go for it. Nothing is going to be more or less profitable. At least not with that greenhouse. So let's get our A bin open, and let's grab... Yeah, let's grab the Case Concord first. Let me actually double check something as well. I want to go to my equipment, my planters. Okay, so I am going to have to bring this out today for sunflowers. And that holds 3,523 liters of something. I don't know if all of that storage capability is... That should all be seed, because I didn't opt for the fertilizer tank. So that should be just over 3,500 liters of seed. But I'll jump into my tractor and hook up to my seeder, the Case Concord, and we're going to start seeding. We're going to start down at the most southern fields, our two small fields, boxes 1 and 2. And we're going to start putting down... What did I want to put down there again? So I know these fields here are already wheat along with the chicken dome. Above and below, I wanted to put oat because they use the same grain header on the harvester. So I think that's going to be a quick boom, boom, boom. Just get them all done. So I'm going to start down here. Oh, but yeah, sunflowers is going to go in the lower box. Okay, I guess I'm going to start on the lower cube, and then I'll make my way up. Yeah, I'll make my way up afterwards. First, let's get this unfolded and opened up. Yeah, Marty's not in the way. For a second, I was like, oh, Marty's in the way. I thought I was right, and then I thought I was wrong, but no, I am right. Marty is out of the way, and we can start putting not grass, but oat. Oat down in the lower cube. Let's line it up. Turn it on. And I did not lower it. 2 out of the 3 steps. Technically 66% right, but wrong enough either way. So we are now putting down seed. Nice. I'm gonna get a quick GPS set on this far east. Nope, that's the west, the far west edge here. And we are cruising. Okay, so I'm gonna get oat planted on this 10 acres, the lower cube. I might have to refill. I'm hoping, as always, not to... Ooh, let me check something real quick. Can I still drive on this? Yeah. I just need to drive on it just a little bit to get these headlands done. But yeah, so I'll put some oat down on this lower cube. I'll then go to the north and I'll put oat into the lower, the middle strip. And then I will swap out my implement. I pause and I stretch my words because no, I'm not going to swap yet. I'm going to get grass down in all 3 of the animal pens. Because since I couldn't put grass down in December, surprise to me at the time, it is finally March. It is not year... What just happened? Okay. Small little hiccup. It is not yet year 2. I don't know why it's showing year 2. I was really hoping that year 2 wouldn't be visible there until we completed a full year cycle. But either way, I know where we are, and hopefully we don't get that close to 20 years to either complete or fail the mission. Yeah, so I'm going to get grass down. It's finally March, and if I go to this calendar, we are good to start planting grass. So I'll do that before switching out to my planter and putting sunflowers down in both those boxes and the far most northern upper strip. As always, money is still an issue, and we are finally down below 50,000 after buying 8,000 liters of seed, which I hope I don't need to use today, but I am prepared for, at least at minimum, at the worst case scenario. Or best case scenario, worst case... I hope I don't get to the worst case scenario where I'm actually using all the seed I have and I run out of seed before I'm able to get all my fields completely planted. But yeah, I know we just started, but I'm going to jump straight into a little cutscene. Not a cutscene, it's not a video game. I'm going to jump straight into a montage of me seeding all these fields, because you guys don't want to watch me go up and down each and every single one of these rows. This video would be way too long, but I'll get this done, and like always, I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, and we are back. Man, I did not expect to run into this many issues trying to... Oh, see, there it goes again. Trying to get grass down in the animal pens. Plowing was pretty easy. Relatively short devices, especially if you're considering where it attaches or how far it is from the back of your tractor. So a relatively short device. It doesn't stick out far. Additionally, it doesn't have its own set of wheels, so it moves exactly how your tractor wheels would move. Reversing it is super easy, and that is once again the plow I'm talking about. And then for liming is obviously the easiest thing to do. You just drive around, and essentially wherever you drive, the spray will go behind, around, up, in. But yeah, putting grass down in all of these animal domes has been difficult. There was a quick point where near the beginning of my strip, my upper strip, when I was still putting down oats, I was worried I wasn't going to have enough seed. I refilled my seed tank once from beside the purchasing dome, and I'm going to scoop back over there right now to grab the last little bit that wasn't able to get into my seeder. And then I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough to finish my oat field in the middle dome, yet alone get down to the chicken dome. I keep saying chicken, animal dome. Animal domes being cows, sheep, and pigs. So that was like my first concern. Luckily, the seed has been going down at a pretty decent rate. It's definitely something that is manageable. But the issue I ran into after that was how difficult it was to put seed down. So yeah, I'm glad this is done. I will most likely at some point I shouldn't say have to. I'll most likely, depending on how money's going and depending on how bad I need those last little bits of grass, and I'll try to show them to you real quick. But I might go out and buy a much smaller seeder. It might be something I can use in conjunction with this larger 2-piece one, which makes a 3-piece tractor, seed cart, and seeder implement. It might be something that just makes this train a lot shorter, a lot more manageable in a tight field like any of the animal domes. And then I'll be able to get a few extra liters of grass in. But for now, this is done. I'm going to unload the seed out of here. I'm going to hook up to my planter. Turn these lights off. Hook up to my planter and then get some sunflowers in. I did remember. I'll do a little drive-by in a second, and I'll explain what I'm talking about. So even something like this would have been a lot better. It's a lot shorter. It would make reversing up to a fence a lot easier in any of the animal domes. But let's unfold this real quick. See what this looks like. If this could plant grass, that'd be amazing. And I know what is going on here? And I know there is a planter of this style that does. Why is that so jacked up? Okay, it raises for a second. So this is the chicken. No, not chickens. I always default to chickens. This is the pig dome, I think. Come on, I just saw you. Where'd you go? Pigsty. Yeah, this is the pigsty. So getting these last little bits, and if it's still showing lime down, I'm assuming it's still unseeded. So there are little pieces here and there, and this This dome actually isn't that bad. Yeah, little pieces here and there. I think this is the worst of the four corners, yeah. Yeah, I just really gave up. Realistically, I should have made this field end a lot further from the fence line. Truthfully, that would have been all the fix I needed. Similar things are seen in this dome, in the sheep dome next door, and then all the way up into the cow dome. Hopefully rolling all these domes, which I'll probably get done this episode as well, isn't too difficult. Mind you, rolling is kind of optional. It gets a bit more product down into the ground, but hey, if there's no seed there, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I'm going to grab this seed, head south to both of those boxes. I don't actually think I'll be able to hold all this seed in these tanks. And I'll get sunflowers planted in the boxes. And then I'll shoot up north to our large field, the upper strip. And then get that one seeded as well. What is going on back there? Nothing's working. My brain isn't working. My seeding abilities aren't working. Nothing is working. But I'm gonna try to shake it off, reset. I know I still have 8,000 liters in that seed hopper, seed silo, seed bin, whichever you want to call it. So hopefully, is that all the seed I have? This 3,000. I picked up seed from over there, and I unloaded. Did I have a perfect 3,000 liters? Oh. Whenever I see nice round clean numbers like this, I always start to think that I'm missing something, that I'm leaving something somewhere it shouldn't be left. But I'm gonna get this done, and as always, I'll join you shortly. I'll be right back. Okay, and we are done seeding. And to be honest, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. And I am actually quite happy. I'm happy because we didn't have to use a lot of seed. A lot of the map is low seeding. So you can see in the cow, sheep, and pig pens that they all took the standard grass, which I was initially a little worried was going to be more than it turned out to be. And then finally, when I got around to seeding down sunflowers, which I just wrapped up, those two lower fields, fields 1 and 2, were mostly, if not completely, low seeding. And that kind of carried out a good bit into the upper strip. So seeding went well. Seeding went very well. I'm just going to swing back over here. And I want to know if I can unload into this. Well, let's make the turn first. We'll do this way. Now that's not the best approach, but I don't think I can unload seeds into this hopper. No. Yeah, because I know I definitely have seeds in there. Yeah, so we're still at 8,000 liters. And then we still have 178 liters. So just a bit, but a good amount. I felt comfortable. I was watching the seeds tick down at the end. And they were going so slowly, so I was happy. I was very happy to see that. One thing I forgot to do earlier that is up and running now is I forgot to get Marty started on rolling. I was saying that I'm going to start rolling these fields afterwards, but let me just double check that this is perfectly empty too. Oh no, there are still seeds. Wow, that's great. Why didn't I get all the seeds out of that when I don't know. It's neither here nor there. But we still got a little bit of seeds in our planter, and then a bit more in our seeder. So all the seeds are down. All the seeding and planting is done. Marty is also done. Let me jump over to him real quick. Marty also just wrapped up rolling the middle strip, and we'll get him started, get him going on this upper strip here. What am I doing? Great job. No. Yes, we want to do that. Clockwise, let's go counterclockwise. Yeah. So I didn't roll these bottom two boxes, field 1 and 2, just because I figured let's get Marty to do the majority of the work, the heavy lifting. So he did the lower cube, the middle strip, and now doing the upper cube. And then if anything, I knew I could just roll, I would need to roll the animal pens on my own. And then I knew I could just roll fields 1 and 2 quite simply. So I'll do that before this month is done, or I'll try. It's 5:30-ish now, so the sun's going to start setting. Let me get away from Marty, and let me just get into a quieter cab. So yeah, so we have that. I did want to check just to make sure weeds were not growing in any of our wheat so far. So I'm just going to drive up, and then I want to split right about here. Check that. No weeds. Everything's looking perfect for both pH and nitrogen value. And then if I just dart across the way, yeah, this feels the same. Growth stage 307. All tires are still good to go. And then pH and nitrogen are both 100% perfect. So since that is looking good, and we're still waiting on Marty to finish up rolling the upper strip at least, I figured I might as well try to show you guys what I meant by the weeding situation. Okay. So tillage and soil information are both maxed out. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that although everything is maxed out, I still have these 4 areas that are not technically recognized properly as fields, but we'll just have to deal with that. And we'll probably have to consider like 75% perfect for, like, if you see how far soil sampling is along, maybe that might be more like 80%, 85 if I'm lucky. But we'll just have to consider that good, or that perfect enough. Once again, nitrogen values and pH values will be reset after the first mowing or the first harvesting. But weed control might be something that we can get increased now, and I'll give that a shot. So yeah, so I'm gonna run over here, go over to our warehouses, grab the weeder, which should be in the same shed as as our mowing equipment, and I think that's going to be Shed C. So we'll zip over here real quick. I'm going to do a pull-up, kind of like this, and just park there for a second. I should grab that weight, and the weeder is all the way in the back. Perfect. Why did I think that would be a good idea? Okay, let's go grab it. I'm doing these backwards. I should be grabbing this front smaller piece with my front end 3-point hitch, and then I should do the back end with my back end 3-point hitch, but it will have to do for now. Hopefully that fits out without any issues. Perfect. Okay, so we'll drop off the back end. We'll drop off, I guess, our front end, what's currently on our front. And then I'm going to dive in and grab this weeder with my front end. And that's fine for now. Yeah, too late. I'll grab with my front end. I then want to swing all the way over here. And I want to grab these. I want to grab this. Grab this and get it out of the way. So I do want to pull out the herbicide spreader and show you guys exactly what I meant by using the weeder. And this weeder I have is good for both stages, not 1 and 2, but the earlier 2 weeding stages when I think you need a weeder. And then I think the second level you need a hoe. I think it's what it tells you. Came in way too hot. But I'm going to pull this out, unload the fertilizer somewhere out of the way and somewhere accessible. And then I'm just going to drive down over to the purchasing dome and grab a full sprayer's worth of herbicide. And I'll lay that down beside the field and I'll just start using the weeder. But this is what's going to happen. So essentially, I'm going to try to describe visually and show you guys what I was talking about earlier. What we're going to do first is we're going to use the weeder to roll on our wheat and our wheat fields, both the upper cube, the lower strip, and our, why is that not, oh, that's deaf. Oh, I didn't buy herbicide yet. Okay, well, that drive was for nothing. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, drop this off down by the warehouses. I don't need to put it in too far because hopefully next month, hopefully I'll be able to still show this to you guys as to what I mean. But what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll purchase some herbicide now. And 2,000 liters, that should be plenty. I'm just going to leave this right in between these two. And then I'm going to put this on the correct way. So we'll spin around, hook up the weeder to the back, 3-point hitch, grab our weight, and then at least try to show you guys what I meant by the weeder doesn't give you full points. I gotta get that long cedar out of the way. Everything's doable in this little area, but it'd be a lot easier. A lot easier if I could do this. I don't want to say properly, but if I could just get in and around my warehouses, my sheds, without any issue. Okay, so weeder's done, and we're going to start here on the upper cube. But before I do that, we'll zoom into this cube, and we'll see that both of these fields are sitting at 62, and the weed control, which is the middle, is pretty much dead slab in the middle. Drop this down, and we'll go for a little drive. Now, I don't even know if this is going to work, so we'll see. But if I'm still having issues with my 4 animal domes, my 4 animal fields, not properly accounting for what is being actually done and actually sampled, this may not work either. I might just call it, but it's just hard to know. Either way, we'll try to do the exterior, see if anything moves, because something should move at that point. And if not, I'll just spray it all down with herbicide next month when that gets into me. Yeah, nothing's moving. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's moving much. I feel like it's taking the averages amongst all the fields and just showing them individually, but not actually being for the individual fields. And I don't know if that's because I combined some of these fields, but realistically, it would be showing different. And maybe I should have done it on a small field, but I wanted to do it when there was at least some growth of product, some amount of seed in the ground. But we will just have to work and deal with it. So it's approaching 6 o'clock, and it has been a good day. If this doesn't work out as expected, I'll just call it a day here on Mars. At least one Smarty's done, but I'll call it a day on Mars and join back up in the month of April. We're getting closer and closer to that potential first harvest month. Once again, wheat is expected in July, but will most likely become available to us to harvest in August. So if that's like that, and this isn't really showing any change, yeah. I thought as much, but was hoping it would be different. I guess that's not to call out the map builder, because I am enjoying this map, but that might be some type of map building error or issue preventing me from doing what I want to do. Okay, so that's dropped. We'll take a quick run over to our animal domes, give you guys that a quick check, and then most likely just call it from there and push on into the month of April. Okay, yeah, so we do have grass. I need to roll this myself, so I guess there are still some things I need to do in this month. Rolling both the boxes, fields 1 and 2, and then rolling 3 of these animal pens. The pig dome over there, this dome here which has sheep, and then the far one over there that has cows. So let's go take a look to see how Marty's doing. Okay, so as we roll up to Marty, we can see that the field he's currently rolling still has a good ways to go. Required tires are still good for, and that'll be good for a bit. But we're not seeing any more needs. Oh, this isn't in the right field, but here we go. This last field is still needing to be rolled in the middle section. So what I'll do is I'll probably just get that part done offline. I'll finish up those 2 fields. Sorry, let Marty finish up this field. I'll personally go roll the 2 boxes and then the 3 animal domes that need rolling. And then I'll see you guys in the next month, in the next episode. As always, if you guys have liked this content, please give it a like. It goes a long way. If you guys are enjoying this series and this style of gameplay, please consider subscribing. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I will read them, and I may even get back to them. As always, this has been Farmer Big Z. Have a good day.